I've been doing tricking for almost 3 years now, and overall flipping for my entire life. And in today's video I wanted to show you my top 5 scariest tricks I've done. Let's start with the least scariest one, which I would say is double full in back out from air track to foam pit. So I did that trick on last summer, almost 1 year ago, and yeah, it was very scary at that time. At that time I wasn't even good in full in back outs. If I remember right, like 1 month or 2 months ago, before I did the double full in back out, I did my first full in back out, even from the air track to foam pit. So yeah, very sketchy trick. Yeah, my technique wasn't good at all. I remember it took me like over 1 hour of landing straight on my neck. I remember I landed so many times straight on my neck that on the next day when I woke up, I thought that, oh, my neck is so stuck. Why it is so stuck? And then I remembered, oh, I landed like 20 times straight on my neck, so I guess that's why. That was maybe not the cleverest thing, and after trying it over 1 hour, I barely made it over my head. Barely. I didn't land it, but I made it over my head, so I will count it. I think I should try it again, like now, and see if I got any better in that trick. I think I will get it much easier nowadays. Okay, it's time to move to the next trick, which is triple full on spring floor. So that was 1.5 years ago at Hooked 2024. So yeah, that was the only time I've been at Hooked, and I went there with one of my friend Lauri and our coach Johannes. So before I went to Hooked, I decided that I want to do triple full on spring floor, and that was my main goal for the gathering. We had a very nice time there, and if I remember right, it was the second day of Hooked when it was time for the triple full. First I did full hyper, and then I did double full hyper, and then it was time for the triple. So I stood at the corner of the spring floor thinking that should I do it, should I send it, and that's when Johannes took his camera and walked to the center of the spring floor and started to film my corner. And yeah, that's when everybody's heads turned to me, and I had no other choices than just send it. And I was pretty surprised that I landed it on the first try. Yeah, I know the landing was not the best, but I landed it, and that's the only time I've landed triple full on spring floor. That's another trick I need to do again. The third trick on the list is triple backflip. For many, triple backflip is easy, but for me, I'm just so unfamiliar with it, so it's super scary every time I do it. And it's been 1 year since I did it last time. So I've done it maybe 5 times or something, and it's every time so scary. Like, I feel like I'm gonna die before I do it. And I haven't done triple backflip from air track to foam pit or on a flat ground yet, but I'm working so I could achieve that goal one day. I've done it only from trampoline to foam pit. So yeah, that's the third trick, triple backflip. The second scariest trick on this list will be full in back out on air track. I actually did this trick for the first time yesterday, and it was so scary. Like, I was shaking before I went for the trick, and I've been unfamiliar with full in back outs for so long that this trick was just so mind-blowing for me. So yeah, the yesterday session we only had the air track because the cheerleaders had reserved the spring floor, so we had to be on the air track. But I think that was a good thing, because before I went to the session I decided that today is the day I wanna do the full in back out, because I've been training it to the foam pit a lot lately, but yesterday I just knew that today will be today I will land it on the air track. Okay, so actually I didn't land it on the first try, I landed it on the third try. My first try, I just missed the tuck a bit and I was a little bit lost in the air. And the second try, I almost landed it perfectly, but I leaned a little bit too much to my right side, so I failed. And then on my third try and the last try, I landed it. Finally, I was so happy, as you can see from my reaction. The last trick and the most scariest trick easily on this list will be my first double backflip on spring floor. So that was my first time doing double flip outside the air tracks and trampolines and stuff like that. And easily the hardest ground I've done double backflip or any double flip so far. Yeah, my double backflip journey started half a year before I did it on the spring floor when I landed my first double backflip on air track. That was a little bit before hooked. After hooked, I just started to spam it. Every training, every session, quickly it came a lot better to the point where I was ready to do it on the spring floor. So this is easily the scariest thing I've ever done anywhere. Easily the scariest thing. The adrenaline just rushed through my whole body and I was ready to send it. Yeah, double backflip was the trick for me. I didn't want to take any risks with. I wanted to be 100% sure. I wanted that there is 100% chance that when I try it on the spring floor, I will land on my feet first. So yeah, there were some hard objects behind the corner I was heading into double backflip, and I didn't want to take any risks because I knew that I would rather overflip the double backflip rather than underflip it. So I prepared that I might fall backwards after the double backflip on the first try. So I put some mattress there and then it was time to send the first double backflip. Oh yeah, that was so scary. So scary. I had to just stand in the corner like 3 minutes or something, so I gained confidence to try it. Okay, the first try is done, the scariest part is done, and then it was time for the second try. This time I didn't miss my tuck, I got a perfect block and I landed it so easy, so easily. Because of the adrenaline that I had in my body at that time, I got the best double backflip I've ever done on anywhere. I've never done that good double backflip even on an air track or anywhere else. Okay, so now you know my opinion, which are my scariest flips I've done. Tell me your opinion in the comments, and yeah, see you in the next video.